Hi everybody, let's start chapter 11. Chapter 11 starts our cardiovascular system with blood, right? So let's first look at the composition of blood. Oh, by the way, this is totally me. Totally look away from that needle. Anyway, let's look at the composition of blood. So the average person has about 5 liters in blood. It's like 4 to 6 liters, but about 5 liters. All right, so if you really want to know, it's 8% of your body mass. So if we take blood out of somebody and we spin it in a centrifuge, that's where you spin it around, the heavier stuff is going to go to the bottom, lighter stuff stays up higher. What we see is we get 3 layers out of this. The bottom layer is called the hematocrit or hematocrit. All right, so this is a volume percentage of red blood cells within a sample of whole blood, and that's about 45% of the blood. Next is the plasma, so this is the plasma up here, and this is a fluid portion of circulating blood. And this is about 55% of the blood. And then this small little layer between the two is what is known as the Buffy Coat. And the Buffy Coat is white blood cells and platelets are found in there. Now white blood cells, we're going to get these, are defensive cells. And platelets cause blood clotting. And we'll talk about both of those. This is less than 1% of the blood that we have in our body. So let's look more into plasma. As I mentioned, that is the fluid portion of blood. Plasma is clear and straw colored. So clear means you can see through it, all right? So, and it has like a lightish yellow color to it, all right? Now, it is mostly water. It's 91% water, but you can see it's 70% proteins, and then there's some other stuff that is found in there. So let's take a look at these proteins. So we have 3 major groups of proteins. The first are albumins. Albumins are the smallest protein, but they're also the most abundant. And these are going to help control blood pressure by, if we have more albumins in our blood, through osmosis, we're going to have more water in our blood. And so that's going to increase our blood volume, and so that's going to increase our blood pressure. If we have less albumins in our blood, then we're going to have less water in there due to osmosis. And so our blood volume is going to be lower, and so that's going to be a lower blood pressure. All right, other proteins found in here are globulins. Now, globulins are going to transport lipids and fat-soluble vitamins because lipids and fat-soluble vitamins do not dissolve in water. So we have to encase them in proteins, and that's what we do with those globulins. All right. Next are fibrinogens. So fibrinogens are blood coagulators, so they cause clotting. All right. So if you've heard of serum, serum is plasma that lacks these clotting factors. All right, let's look at plasma lipids. So those aren't shown on here, but the plasma lipids, as I said earlier, they don't dissolve in water, so we attach those onto proteins, and then this creates what is known as a lipoprotein. So a lipoprotein is a lipid protein complex, all right? And we have 2 major groups of lipoproteins in us. We have low-density lipoproteins and high-density lipoproteins. Now, if you've ever mixed oil and water, you notice that the oil is on top and the water is down below. So lipids typically are not very dense. So a low-density lipoprotein has a high concentration of lipids in it and a low concentration of proteins. All right, and those are the major cholesterol carriers in us. The next are high-density lipoproteins. High-density lipoproteins have a low concentration of lipids in them and a high concentration of proteins, which gives them a higher density. Okay, that's it.